my thoughts on London. So I never had ever really wanted to go to, well, not that I never really wanted, I mean, I wanted to go, but it's not like one of the top places I want to go was London or whatever. So I went to London. It was very, I guess it looks like it does in movies, I guess what you're saying. It looks, you know, like London. So it wasn't very fancy, like when it comes to like skyscrapers. Well, the skyscrapers were fancy at a different section of the town that I was in, but at first where I was, it wasn't like many skyscrapers and things, which is, I mean, I guess very westernized or whatever. So that's not necessarily, you know, a big problem. It's how they want it. They want it to be, you know, how they want it, not how we want it. So, you know, it's just not, it was something nice for me to see for once, but it's not something I'd love to see every day. Like I'd move there and stay a whole week. Like if I were to travel again, I would stay a day or two, just like I did, but I just would do more, like go see some of the museums and things like that. I would just do a little bit more, but I could probably go again and stay 2 days and get a lot done. So I just had a bad experience with, I don't know, I just kept noticing like, I don't know, a few of the people were weird. Like I would notice, to me, it wasn't that many black people in London. Like for every like 100 people you see, I would see maybe 10 black people, including myself. So I feel like it wasn't that many black people there, but not that I feel like the people are racist, but I feel like they do, some of them, like, you know, some people aren't racist, they're mean to everybody. They don't just not like black people, they don't like a lot of people. But I just noticed like sometimes like when it comes to my hotel and things, I feel like the hotel staff would treat some of the other guests in my group better or whatever. But when it came to the airport, it's like the airport was just a big mess. Like first we got there early, we were supposed to be there at 4. I didn't get any sleep because we were supposed to wake up at 4. And you know, we didn't want to go to sleep, you know, end up missing the time or be really tired. So, okay, I didn't really get to finish talking. I took a shower, my camera had died, I needed to charge. But yeah, so like they had like a line. We got there early, it started at 5, but we got there at 4:30, so we had to wait. So it's like there was a line or whatever, you know how there's like long lines with the little string things or whatever. You know that they're like the little line, little zone things with the little strips of whatever it is, the elastic stuff, whatever. Yeah, so like it was nobody there. It's only like 7 people there at first or whatever. So like she was letting people go through, and she didn't have like, instead of making people go all the way around in that big zigzag, she just like would open one of the little rubber, the little stretchy things, and let them go through straight ahead, so they didn't have to go in a huge zigzag since it's only 5 people there or whatever. So like it's like once I got there, it's like I was struggling with my bag. I had this huge bag and then this blue duffel bag on top, and it's like I don't know if something got stuck on one of my wheels, but it's not rolling properly. It's like one of my front wheels keeps getting stuck. So it's like she kind of saw me struggling, and so she like puts the little stretchy thing down, and she's like, go this way around. And it's kind of like I looked at her like, you just saw me struggling and you gonna put the little thing down and you want me to go walk all the way around when you just let everybody in front of me walk that way. It's like it would just be weird. And so then like, okay, so after that, I think my bag was overweight, so I went and took the stuff out of my bag. I was like, I know this is gonna happen. I was like, this airport is already getting to me, and I didn't even sleep. So I'm getting my stuff out the bag, and I'm like, damn, I got 3 kilograms out the bag. Then I go through. So then, instead of like in America's security, you can have fluids in your bag, but they just have to be under a certain limit. In Europe, your bag, you can have fluids, but they can only fit in a little clear bag. You don't get to pick as many as you want to. Just because they're under 4 ounces doesn't mean you get to have as many liquids as you want. You only get a bag worth of whatever you got. Anything else that's less than 4 ounces, gel, cream, it could be edge control, it's not going or whatever. So I had face mask, I don't know why I had a fucking thing of toothpaste in there, but they threw away my shea. I had some shea butter, African shea butter. I had some edge control, and I had some like Blue Magic coconut oil for my hair because it gets so itchy or whatever. So that's what I had to, you know, for my hair. And I had like some makeup. I really didn't have that much liquid makeup. All I had was like concealer. But one of my friends needed her she needed some of my stuff in my bag, so I just, you know, let her put some of her stuff in my bag, which I didn't have a problem with or whatever. African shea butter, I'm not even tripping on. I've had it for years at this point. I can buy some more. I have coconut oil, I'm good. The the edge control was damn near gone anyways, and it barely worked. And the Blue Magic, I got a big amount of it at home. I guess I can just use some coconut oil. Only problem is I don't see any black people here, so I don't know how I'm gonna find any black hair products. Like, literally, I don't see any black people. I'm gonna walk outside and show you that I saw one. I think I saw one black person. Yeah, so I had to take all my fluids out or whatever, and that was taking like an hour. Like, it literally was, it took an hour just to, you know, get the fluid. Well, I didn't even rewind. So yeah, I was doing that. I wasn't really understanding what she was saying at first when it came to the fluid thing until I got to the end. That the problem wasn't that the fluids were over the limit. The problem was that you can only put them in that bag. So I think I went through the little security thing. I think I have like fill-ins, and I think that's why they always go off. So then I had to go through the little other thing. And so I guess because it's like showing that it's in the back of my mouth, I think it's like showing my head and my face. And she's just like, I think it's like in your hair, which obviously is not. So they like made me take my hair down and go through my hair with like something or whatever. And I'm like, this seems kind of racist. Like, everybody else, y'all not checking their hair. Like, it's dreads. Yeah, it's dreads. But I mean, yeah, they're not real. I guess they don't know that. But I don't know. It's just like I was catching a bad vibe from some people. Like, it's just like, I don't know if it's the dreads or, because of course, you know, people love to think that light skinned people get privileged, get treated privileged. But in my opinion, I'm not saying they don't in America, but out of America, some people don't care. You light skin, you dark skin, you black, you still black. Some people don't. Now, some people may put favoritism on one versus the other, but sometimes they don't. Anyway, but after that, so this man is the British man behind me, and he's like, the British man, he's like, old or whatever with his wife, and his wife's just like, is there another line? And they're like, no ma'am, you're gonna have to wait in line or whatever. And so, you know, at that point I had already been waiting in line for my stuff like an hour. One of my bags had went off, and I think I had my mirror in there that has a little light on it, and I think I should have taken it out or taken the batteries out of it. So they had to go through my whole bag, and plus the liquid, all of that. Anyways, so then so that was taking a long time because I had so much stuff in they was taking everything out my bag. My bag was already packed. I didn't understand what was going on, like confused. I didn't understand about the liquid thing. I'm like, why are you throwing all my liquids away and they're under the limit? Like, I was confused, and what they're trying to tell me is you can only fit them in this little plastic bag. Anyway, so, and then the girl, my roommate had the plastic bag, put the bag in her bag, so I needed to get the plastic bag back. Eventually the flight attendant, well, lady, whatever, security lady took the stuff out and she re-put it in there. I had to throw away like half my face masks, some eyebrow glue, and some fucking, all the rest of the stuff I said. Anyways, I probably should have threw away something else because I probably needed my edge control and my other thing more than anything else. So yeah, then so some English people behind us, and they're like, you guys are taking up so much time. You're gonna make people miss their flights. This isn't right. Like, they're just kind of like yelling at us like it's our fault that we don't know the rules. Like, the rules, I could see if I had been in line and the rules was around, or if I was from here and I know this, but I don't know the rules. So you can't just sit and tell me. And I sat and waited in line like everybody else, so I felt that was rude. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just wanted to know how y'all feel when it comes to like people disrespecting you, like older white people, like, cause I feel like when it comes to racism, like my ancestors put up with that. I don't know if I should. Like, it's sometimes you want to turn the other cheek and ignore ignorance, but sometimes I feel like this is not that world anymore. I need you to know that you can't talk to me any kind of way. Like, I'm not your child. Like, so I'm just like, I'm sorry, sir, but you're just gonna have to wait in line just like I waited in line. I didn't have a problem or whatever. And so he kept yelling, him and his wife kept yelling at the airlines like, we're gonna need more people, we're gonna miss our flight, blah, 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 blah. They were on the same flight as us anyways. I thought they may have been on an earlier flight, but they were on the same flight as us anyways. So honestly, they weren't gonna miss anything. They just did all of this complaining. So he just kept yelling, kept yelling, kept yelling. And so I started just kind of taunting him. Eventually, like, I just kind of started just taking my time and just be like, I just don't really want to hold anyone up. I'm trying to hurry up, move my stuff to the side. I don't want to hold anyone up. I was being nice, but I was letting it be known that I'm noticing that you're irritated, and I don't mind continuing to irritate you, but I'm trying to irritate you in a nice way. So when we finally finished, I was like, I hope you have a nice flight, sir. And I just keep smiling in his face and keep smiling, smiling, smiling. He just looks so evil. And I'm gonna show y'all his face. I'm gonna put him in the video just for a second. Then the security lady was come behind me and say, you can't take photos or videos in here. And in some airports, you can't take photos or videos. Now, I ain't saying she ain't wrong, but some you can't. But most of them have a sign. Heathrow didn't have a sign, so I really don't believe you couldn't take one in there because you didn't have a sign. You just wanted to come bother me. Like, at that point, I was just like, I'm sick of this. Hello, YouTube world. Here we have.
Take photographs.
No, it's a video.
Well, you don't take photographs of any of this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Oh,
Area.
I didn't see it. I'm sick of London. Like, I just feel like the people here are just. The people, I mean, I don't know, they're just not nice. Like, they're just mind their business. Most people mind their business. They're not gonna go out their way to be nice. And that's what I liked about like Toronto. That's what I like about the southern parts of America. That's what I love about Chicago. I just feel like the people are nice. Like in London, the people don't interact with you like that or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that was basically my flight experience. Then I ended up having to get another seat, and it just so turned out the girl who's helping me, my friend who was helping me with our makeup or whatever, with our bag, ended up having to sit next to the dude that we had went off on the plane, him and his wife. And I was like, no way. Anyways, but I'll cut this video, end this, see you later.